are ready to paint the cherry blossoms. You're going to have 2 brushes, one small square brush and a rounded pointed brush. Make sure you get your sleeves out of the way, and we're going to start with white and blue paint. Get some of that white on your brush, and then you're going to start to spread it out over the canvas. There is no exact special way to do it. You're just going to put it wherever you want. You see how I kind of put little globs, and now I'm just spreading it out. It is going to be important that you just make sure that the globs aren't left on there, that you do spread the paint out as well as you can. Once you get about half of the canvas with the white, then you're going to get that blue on your brush. Notice that I didn't even really clean my brush. That's perfectly fine. So now I'm going to start to blend that blue with the white, and I'm making a tint. You can make it as light or dark as you want it to be. And so you just go through and spread all of that out, blending away. Make sure you go to the edge, and once you do the first half, then you can start working on the second half, and you repeat the exact same process. Notice I didn't worry about cleaning my brush because it's not a big deal. If you want to clean your brush in between, you absolutely can do that and blot it on the paper towel. But it's not going to make a big difference. Now, once I get this all blended, then we will move to the next step. Now, through the magic of fast forward, I'm done with the background. I've cleaned my brush, I've blotted. Now I'm ready to start thinking about the actual branches, and they can go from anywhere that you want them to go. You just want them to go from the side. So I'm going to mix brown and some white together. So on your plate, you'll just find a spot, kind of scoop up some white, scoop up some brown. If you want to add some black to that, you absolutely could do that. It's not a really, really dark brown. So you can add black, and I think I might choose to do that. Why not? Do something a little different than I have done in the past. So I've just gently mixed that. And again, I'm not over mixing my paint. I'm not trying. It's okay if you have kind of colors mixing and still blending together. You're going to make a decision where your branch is going to start. And you start on the edge, pulling that paint down. So the paint's going to come down, and you do not want a straight line. You want it to kind of be a wavy or curvy line. Pulling the brush towards you gives you the smoothest line, and having enough paint on there as well is very, very important. I'm going back and I'm just going to blend that color together. I keep getting more paint on my brush so that it is loaded, and I start some other branches. Now, if your branches are a little too thick, then you want to make sure that you're not pushing down too hard with your square brush. You can absolutely switch to the thinner rounded brush, and I think I'll do that in just a minute, but you want to use the thicker brush, the square brush, to fill in, okay, the larger ones. It'll take you a really long time to paint thick branches. And notice that I'm having my branches kind of come from all different sides. I'm not just sticking to one area. Once you get that done, then you're going to go back and you'll start adding little branches coming off of the bigger branches. Again, with this, you're really gentle with the paintbrush, and I'm using the side of my brush, not the wider part of it. When you are pleased with that, you can switch again to the smaller brush. And so if you decide, hey, I want another branch coming another way, absolutely do that. Now I have switched to my thin brush, gotten that paint on there, and I'm going to carefully add little branches coming off of it. The most important thing is don't push down hard with your brush. If you want it to have more of a point, then you're going to pull the brush towards wherever you want it to be, okay, thicker. The thin point will be at the end as you pull away from it. Keep making sure that you load your brush with plenty of paint. That's really, really important. And then you kind of just decide how many branches you are going to have all over your picture. Remember, you don't have to make it exactly like mine. You can come up with your own artistic style. Now I am going to add some highlights. So I'm just taking a little bit of white and going along that top edge of the branches. You don't really have to worry about this being overly blended in. It just makes the look that the light is shining down onto those branches. It gives some more interest. I am not putting it all over every single branch. I'm going to kind of pick and choose where I place it. Now we're ready to make some cherry blossoms. So you're going to take some white and some red. You can make this pink as light or dark as you would like. So it's one of those things, a personal choice. There are a couple different ways you can make your cherry blossoms. So the actual flowers itself. I am using my square small brush, and you can put them anywhere that you want on the canvas. They do not have to touch the actual branch as you're going. You can see that I'm just pressing down, and I do 5 presses in a circle. Then I can go back in and fill it in anyway. So that's one way of doing it. You're going to have a variety of sizes of cherry blossoms that are around your paper. You're going to have canvas. You are going to have some that are small, and I am using the side of my brush now. So again, there are different ways of doing your actual cherry blossoms. Each one can be unique. I'm going to switch to my round brush just to show you that if you want it to look like they're a little further away. Ooh, I'm going to add some white in there just to give some variety. You could even gently touch the brush to make it look like they're further away. The smaller things are, the further away they are. And you're just adding that variety to your canvas. Once you are happy with as many as you want, you can go back and you can add little details like making the center darker with pink if you wanted to, or you can blend your color even more. I hope that you have enjoyed making the cherry blossom picture as much as I have, and you'll see in a moment how mine looks in the end.